Welcome once again to Nook's Tavern, the in studio, in game podcast all about Animal Crossing New Horizons. If you would like to support the podcast, you can go to patreon.com/slash Nook's Tavern, and for as little as $1 a month, you can be part of the patrons that support the show and get all kinds of things like commercial free episodes. And if you might become part of the Bagman Brigade if you like. Otherwise, you can come right here to twitch.tv/Nooks Tavern and support us by subscribing, throw bits at us, follow us, and you'll know every time we go live. And maybe even you can come in and be part of the studio audience. So, with me as always is the Sven to my Olaf, Mr. Philip Keating.
Hi, Kurt.
Hey, Phil, how are you
Oh.
doing?
I didn't hit record on my Audacity, Kurt.
Neither did I.
All right, ready?
Yep.
All right, let's close it down real quick. Going back into pre-stream. All right, you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And welcome to Nook's Tavern, the in-game, in-studio podcast all about Animal Crossing New Horizons. If you'd like to support the podcast, you can go to patreon.com/Nooks Tavern for as little as $1 a month. You can support us and help us do whatever we do here on stream. Otherwise, you can go to twitch.tv/Nooks Tavern and support us there. Throw bits at us, throw a sub at us, or just hang out during the live show and watch what we do. With me, as always, is the Olaf to my Sven, Phil Keating.
Hi, Kurt.
Hey, Phil.
How are you, my dude?
I'm doing well. You'd think that we've not been doing 37 episodes of this thing.
Every day is a struggle.
I call it the COVID Christmas miracle.
Hey.
Is really what this is all about. So,
how are you?
I'm doing all right, man. We got a bunch of snow here today. We got off lucky. We got like 8 to 10 inches of snow where I am, and just a couple of towns north, they got like 18 inches, and I have friends. We have 3 feet of snow in their yard.
Yikes!
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Now we only got about 6 to 8 here in central Pennsylvania, which is all right. But I got to go outside and literally roll a real Snowboi with the child, so it was fun.
Was it a perfect Snowboi?
They always are. Always.
Yeah, the snow was not good for that here. It was the really cold, light, fluffy stuff.
Sure.
Which made for clearing off cars way easier, but otherwise not good for much.
So what's going on your island this week?
Well, I've had a couple of visitors that I don't care about. And, as with everybody's islands, on the 15th, we got the ornaments on the trees.
Yes. How good are you at shaking them trees?
I'm shaking them. I got all the colors. I got all the best colors. And
I got red. I got blue.
Right.
Got some yellow.
I made the only ornament DIY that I have, which is the ornament wreath, which I think everybody has. Because I think you get that from.
I think you went
from Isabel.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I made one of those. The DIYs for the snowflakes have been coming slowly. I was kind of under the impression, and probably mistakenly so, that the villagers were going to start giving you those DIYs.
I don't think so. I think they were always balloons and then Snowbois.
Yeah, that's kind of it. The villagers this week have decided to offer me those gold DIYs, which I hadn't had yet. So gold flooring, gold wall. I don't know why. But golden toilet, I got that too.
Okay, good.
Which is
I've got the golden toilet.
So yeah, but I did manage to get the snow wall, the frozen counter, the frozen pillar, Well, the snowflake wreath, which I think you got from Isabel at
Yeah,
the
I
beginning
think
already.
so as well.
So, but not much. So I made them all, and that's fine. And I'm trying to log in every day to make a Snowboi.
Okay, and get your
I'm running
toys.
about 50% on
Oh
that.
boy. Okay.
Yeah, and I've been going to the shop and getting toys. I'm getting more dupes now.
Okay. Yeah, we talked that might be a possibility last week. So
And I've run on opposite sides on that. I think that dupes in the store is a good thing now.
it is because if you miss a day, you have the second opportunity to get it. But also, if you got friends looking for things that you had at one point, you can then go in and get them and then send them out.
Plus, I thought we were supposed to be able to DIY them, or at least some
I
of
don't
them.
think so.
Maybe not.
No
No.
way. No.
Great. So we just gotta trade away. So I've gotten the robot and the kids tent, and I got a race car track, and I got a dinosaur, and I got the menorah.
Well, I mean that's the thing. We talked about having catalog parties where everybody just comes over and picks up and put down, because once that happens, you can just order as you please. Let me
Right.
tell you, man, I am the Snowboi champion. Just
Yeah.
absolute champion.
How many perfect so far?
All of them except one.
Wow, I'm running about 50% because I get anxious.
And the only
I
one I
just
screwed up was today's, because it hit a path and you can't build on top of a path.
right. So you have to roll it.
So when
to-
I rolled it backwards, it made it it made the head the same exact size as the body. So I screwed up.
I thought you had to like build the base really big, and you really don't. It's all about the ratio.
No, it's all about the ratio.
And so that's really cool to me. I love that. And I love, like, I think I talked about this a little bit pre-show. I kind of want to build more deformed Snowboys because their comments are just funny.
Well,
I find them very funny.
I would, if there wasn't such a stranglehold on those DIYs.
Right.
And so we're going to have snow till February. Are we going to be able to build Snowboys till February? I would guess yes. So, I mean, the likelihood of getting those DIYs right away is pretty high, and then leaves you the time to mess around with the Snowboys.
Yeah, you're probably right. I should probably concentrate more on that. But I just the humor overtakes me. I just want to see what they're going to say. And then I love that they continue to talk to you until they can't anymore.
But I mean, once you have a perfect one, you talk to it every day, and it continuously gives you a large snowflake.
Yeah. Yep. So which is cool. And I make sure I talk to them, all of them, because I don't remember which ones are perfect and which aren't.
Even
But,
when they're melting, you can still talk to them and get a large snowflake out of them.
Right. So yeah, so I'm enjoying it so far, and I'm logging in every day to at least check the shop and to make my Snowboi.
Did you get your dung beetle yet?
No.
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 Wow. All right. Well, you have till February, so. No,
So dung beetle is just it's just a bug, right?
Yeah, and it pushes snowballs around.
Oh, I have not seen one.
Oh.
I knew about the dung beetle, but I didn't. I from that perspective, but I haven't seen it pushing around any snowballs.
You'll be able to tell right away. I mean,
because the snowball's moving,
and it's big enough where it's not hidden behind the ball.
Oh, okay. All right.
But also, like, they'll push your snowballs into the water. Like, they do not care.
Those are dumb beetles.
Dumb beetles. You're right, bud. You're right.
That's just mean.
Well, that's good. I mean, I've been killing it on getting these DIYs from these perfect Snowboys. The balloons have really been my issue.
Yeah.
Because I've been getting balloons. I've been shooting balloons down, and it's been like, here's some clay. You need clay, right? Oh, hold on. Here's a DIY that you already have. That's what you wanted, right? You wanted that DIY that Isabel gave you when you logged in day one? I got you, bro. Here it is.
Yeah, I had the same experience. In fact, I had a balloon right before the show tonight, and I went, all right, cool. shot it down. Hey, here's 10,000 bells. Oh, awesome. Thank you for that.
I mean, I'm never gonna. You can give it to me.
Yeah, okay.
I,
I've got like 5 million bells still left in the bank.
Brad, come on.
What am I going to spend it on?
Toys.
I have been. I have been.
Yes, I will take $5 million of puppies, please.
Oh, see, that's a thing, right? Getting those puppies.
God, I still only have like 2 or 3 of them.
So, which puppy do you have on your island?
I think the chocolate lab.
Okay, I think I've got the yellow lab.
Okay.
So, what do you have in your store today?
Space heater.
Is your space heater a different color?
Yes, it is. It's a white space heater.
Okay. Did you buy it?
Of course I did.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know if you already had it. So, because I was going to go buy it. Oh, wait, I can.
You can, because
Yeah, that's
it's
right.
a
It doesn't
seasonal.
go away.
Yeah, it doesn't go away.
Yep. So I'll pick that up before I leave. Yeah. Space heaters. What would be really cool is if you put the space heaters around the snowmen.
And it melted them quicker?
Yes.
That would be pretty dope. Though,
I guess they don't want you sabotaging other people's islands.
Oh, well, thankfully you can't literally place items on other people's islands. But a snowman in the summertime, who would ever have thought? Anyway, let's get into the news.
All right, cool. So you brought this first one.
Nope.
Yeah, you did. No, okay, fine. One of our fans. I thought
Nintendo says Animal Crossing New Horizons performs well beyond expectations.
Oh, this is the one I brought because I can't remember anything.
Talks future plans and updates.
I got Christmas amnesia. So not to be confused with Christmas sneesia.
Oh,
that's way different.
Boy.
So basically, Animal Crossing, look, we all know it's done way better than anybody expected it was going to. And yes, part of that's COVID related. No question. But it basically, Nintendo is recognizing it for what it is. Nintendo of America President Doug Bowser, I still can't believe that, talked about the game's success and noting that it performed well beyond expectations. And he said that's the simplest way to put it. We were pleased to see how it redefined how people thought about video games. That might be a little strong. I think that might be a little hyperbole there. But he was talking about how it could be supported in the future. And the update schedule, which comes from the developers and whatnot, and the seasons and the events and everything. But one of the things that they were talking specifically about was user-generated content and the people's ability to really lean into that. And, through the designers and all that. And I think that's really cool. If they can find a way to expand what we're able to design, like, honestly, because you and I have been trying to do costumes in the game.
I don't think that we've been trying to do costumes.
Well, that's fair. We've been killing it.
Nailing it.
Yes. So, but it would be a lot better if we could do things like, design pants.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. Or shoes,
I would take pants before shoes, but then shoes have to come, right? I mean, and hats. Well, actually, we can do hats. We can do hats to a certain extent. But it really is pants and shoes. Those are the big ones, right?
Boots and pants and boots and pants
boots and pants. Boots and pants. Yeah. So, I think that they're talking about updates, and they asked Polygon asked Doug Bowser if Animal Crossing would be getting more updates in 2021 like they've seen this year, and he said we definitely see that continuing. And of course they do, because this is sold better than any other Animal Crossing before it, and probably more than all of them combined.
You're probably right on that statement.
I think it's close.
The only thing that got me questioning that is New Leaf. That DS version really sold pretty well,
but it didn't sell anywhere close to Switch numbers.
Well, no, it didn't. It didn't. You're right. But I mean, we'll see. So I mean, we
Right.
talked about this before. I mean, this version of the game has taken it into the A tier. Now, hopefully, it gets more funding throughout the years from now
Right.
on. Like Animal Crossing doesn't go backwards from
Right.
here. Like, could they? Yes. Could they release another Amiibo party game and kind of tarnish the reputation that they've made from New Horizons? Of course they could do that, but I don't think that they're going to. Like, I think they realized the mistakes of the past and are now going to just be moving forward with it. I just want. Not only do I want new updates, of course I do, but I want some variety in my updates, right?
Yep.
We've already had Easter, we've had New Year's, and Valentine's. No, we haven't had Valentine's Day yet.
No, not yet.
But we've had these holidays already, and we talked about this before. I want different things now. Like
Right.
I don't want to have dupes come around, when Easter hits, where I'm literally just hunting eggs again to get the same things.
Right. Well, that was the whole thing, right? It's like one of my hopes was that, I mean, Easter's a great example because that was the first big event. And when we all, not all of us, but a lot of us collected all of the Easter items. And
Fools. You
my
mean
only,
there was a lot of fools out there that got all the Easter items?
okay, whatever. But and some of those still might have an Easter room in their house. But
Well, that if that is true, I mean, they should take it. They might as well just leave it up by now because they've already hit the halfway point, and Easter will be here before
Right.
they know it.
exactly.
But they're still a fool.
Yeah, well, maybe. That's debatable. So one of the things, though, that we talked about even during that Easter time was, if I collected all the Easter items next year, am I going to have anything to do?
And I don't believe. What I hope and what I want is everything that was available last year is no longer available.
Oh, geez.
Make those a yearly. You have to be there to get them items.
So, and then if you had them ahead of anybody else, then you just got in on the game earlier.
Well, not only that, but like they're DIYs, right? There was nothing that we could have bought for Easter. Am I correct on
Right.
that? So look,
I think so. Yeah.
so if they're all DIYs, if I was there and you weren't, but you wanted something, I could always craft it for you. Don't
True.
change the mats, change the actual either colors of the hats and the dresses, or just bring in new items that use the same materials.
Right. Yep. I think that'd be great. And if they do that, if they prove that's what they're going to do, then the sky's the limit of the replayability and the events as we get them, right? But if they end up being all the same stuff, I'm very concerned.
Especially because it's not like they're. Well, I can't say this because I don't know what they're doing on the back, but there's still a lot that's not in this game that has been in years past.
Yep.
Right? Those updates I suspect we're going to get, right? We're going to get your Brewsters. We're going to get, God, I would hope, like I know they were here for Wedding Day, but the 2 llamas.
Yep.
I want Captain back. Like, Captain's my favorite dude.
Yep.
Like, I want him back.
I want my gyroids.
Oh, yeah. Weird. Gyroids.
I want my Nintendo items.
So,
Frankly.
like, we're going to get those during March 10th when Mario Day hits.
We know that there's going to be a Mario promotion, like a Mario push, but I don't know how much we're going to get. Like, I have a feeling that we're going to get a couple of shirts, a couple of hats, maybe a mushroom,
I'm going to disagree with you.
maybe a brick.
I think we'll get more than that. People can already make costumes in games. It's not like the community hasn't created Nintendo themed outfits. Like, they're out there, you can get
Oh
them.
yeah, clearly.
So I don't think
I
they're
would-
gonna go that route. Now look, if they do like different shirts that like has an ape, well, I don't know.
I
don't
want
know.
like the Master Sword, like we got from the original.
or all the Metroid stuff. Like we had
Yep.
Samus costumes and helmets.
Yep. And I
Yeah.
understand that it would be too much to ask that we get an 8-bit Nintendo in the game.
Well,
the GameCube.
Not gonna happen.
No,
Never.
I know.
I mean,
I know.
because of Netflix, we're not gonna get that because of the online program.
Well, but what might be cool, little touch, you can get the game console, and if you have Nintendo Online, which you would, and you have access to all of those games.
So then it would force you to have to sign online to actually play it because
Yep.
right now everything's offline until you open up your gates.
Right.
But also, if there are more updates, I hope there's some quality of life improvements. Right?
Yeah.
We're talking about holidays. We're talking about items. That
Well,
guy
they've
made.
They've increased the storage.
Well, they have increased the storage, but that gentleman who made the video back in June, July,
Oh yeah.
right? I want to
Yeah.
see some of those actually implemented into
Agreed.
the game, man.
Agreed.
Especially when if this is a game about crafting, this is a game about collecting DIYs. Give me the ability to multi-craft. Give me the ability to grab stuff from my storage without having to go into my storage and putting it in my pockets.
Or give me the ability to put multiple things from my pockets into storage at one time.
So that's what I hope
Yeah.
some updates
Yeah.
are going to come from this.
Right. So, so while you were rambling, I mean, talking about stuff, I looked up the Animal Crossing sales numbers. And Animal Crossing Wild World, Animal Crossing City Folk, New Leaf, Happy Home Designer, and Amiibo Festival. All of that adds up to, let's call it 3, 15, 18, 39. Yeah, so it is 41 million, all of them, about 41 million copies, all of them combined, versus 26.04 right now.
And what was your heaviest hitter?
And that was as of September 30th. That was as of September.
And what was
30th.
the heaviest hitter?
Oh, it was New Leaf. Absolutely.
And how many
that was
new
at,
leaves?
12.8
Okay.
million
All right.
versus 26.
Sure.
So, and honestly, prior to that was Wild World
That makes sense.
at 11 and 3/4.
That was
So-
hold on. That was City Folk was for the Wii. What was
Yeah, Wild World was for the wasn't it the original DS?
Oh yeah,
Not-
yes it
Not
was.
the 3DS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
Yep. So, but still, New Horizons. Really, what's going to be really interesting is see what the sales are for Christmas, and I will bet it surpasses the total of all the other ones.
You might be right on that. Do you think that it overtakes Mario Kart?
Oh boy, I'm leaning
Like
towards yes.
once Q4 numbers finally hit.
I'm leaning towards yes. I'm not feeling the heat from Mario Kart.
I'm gonna
and
put
still,
I'm gonna put 500,000 bells on this.
I'll take that action.
All right.
All right. You guys heard
500,000
it
bells
first.
that Mario Kart is still king at the end of Q4.
At the end of Q4.
Yep.
All right. When the
Done.
final sales numbers come in for Q4.
Yep. I think that's good.
Yep. That's
You're
good.
dumb, but I'll take your money.
Yeah. You hope.
All right, so let's move on to how to build a perfect Snowboi.
How to build a snowboy.
Do you want to build a Snowboi? Do you
How
know
do you
how to
do
do
it, Phil? Because you're way better at it than I am.
So it's all about eyeballing it, and I start with my base, obviously, and I make that pretty large. Once you stop kicking it and start pushing it around, normally I do 2 to 3 passes on whatever surface area I'm on. Then when I set it, I do the same thing, but if I did that ball for 3 passes, for the head, I'll do for 2. You know, I'll just undercut it by 1 pass so I know that it is smaller than the base. Right?
Gotcha.
It cannot be symmetrical. Everybody that I talk to is like, it's got to be symmetrical. I don't know why these are 99%. No, it has to be just a hair under.
Yep.
So that's my method. Normally, these snowballs have been spawning between either the river and the beach or between the 2 rivers on my island. So I use that as my marking spaces, saying, okay, go river to river 3 times, set it where you want to have it, and then do the same but 1 less for the head, set it, and they're like, God, man, you must just be a professional Snowboi builder. And I was like, I can't help it.
Yeah, most of them on my island have been spawning between the river and the beach. And because I have a giant open area, because I basically went on a tree killing spree one weekend and just cleared out a giant swath of land. And so it's and I have my pumpkin patch, but you can roll the snowball over that. So
Yeah, they count as like flowers, right?
right, right.
But you can't roll them into trees, into rocks, into walls, into fencing, because they will explode and you'll have to start over.
That has not happened to me yet.
My
but
first
it's going to.
My first time I did. I rolled it right into a tree. It exploded. I went inside a building, came back out, and it respawned right away. My baseball that I was, set and ready for, didn't despawn. It stayed right there for me. So all I had to do was re-roll the head and watch out for those trees. George?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm really all these DIYs, because they list that in this article as well, and still waiting to get a whole bunch of them.
Well, that's the thing,
Yeah.
right? A lot of them are coming through balloons, and
Right.
balloons can be a pain in the butt.
Right.
So people have come up with a method, and this article was sent in by one of our community members, Dell, where they're using jail bars to trick the balloons so they can have a chance at getting them.
I don't know. So I haven't read this article.
I will
don't
explain it
understand
to
what
you.
this means. Yeah.
So jail bars are almost the same height and same or rock climbing walls as buildings. So
Okay.
when a balloon hits a building, it moves south of that building until it passes the building, and then it continues on its path.
Right.
So people are lining their entire beach up with either jail bars or rock climbing walls all the way down the beach, so that when the balloon hits it, no matter where it's hitting, it goes all the way south, because those are so high that the balloon thinks that it's a building. So it just
Right.
goes all the way down the south of the jail bars or the climbing walls, and you just sit at the bottom of there and you pick them off one by one.
Okay. So the question is, so do you see at the bottom of the island, do you put jail wall or jail bars up so that they kind of move them, they corral them?
No. Nope. You
Because
just
I'm wondering if there's a way to like
trap
capture
them.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't know, because even if it hits that southern wall, I would think it would still move. I guess
To the right.
to the right
Well,
a little bit, and then south.
Well, it depends on which way it comes in from, because it's by the wind.
Yes,
Because I've seen them come right to left and left to right.
of course.
So,
And you got to be judgment on your house smoke from your neighbors to see which way the wind is blowing at that time.
right. So I just wonder. I wonder if there's a way to capture them.
You'll have to do some recon and figure it out for us.
Because then the question will become, okay, so how many can you capture at a time?
No, I would
I
guess
don't
only
know.
one. I mean, but at the end of the day, you're still at the mercy of the drop rate.
Right.
So even if you do corral balloons at the
They
bottom,
were talking like every 5 minutes, which seems really too frequent to me. But,
I haven't been having those days. I
Well,
notice like when the
maybe-
wind is being picked up, and you
Yep.
can see the wind on your island, I get more balloons, but not recently.
I just wonder if it's if we just don't notice because we're on the opposite side of the island when they're there, or I mean and it says it has a chance of spawning every 5 minutes, but not always. That makes more sense.
So yeah, if you're having
yeah.
trouble like staying on top of your balloons, maybe give this a try. If you
Alright,
if you find a way to corral balloons for good, drop us an email over at nookstavern@gmail.com and let us know how you did it. Kurt,
And I was just gonna say, and with that, it's probably time for our break.
everyone on the live stream, stick around. You and the podcast, enjoy the short ad.
All right,
Oh,
and I'm gonna go grab another drink. I'm a
yes,
little
sir.
parched. I'll be right back.
Hi, chat. Can you guess the theme this week? Look how pretty I am. You guys enjoy that false start that we had before the show started? That was funny. Look at you, B. Mel, with your Christmas sweater and your kilted pipe guy hat. It looks nice with your fluffy pants. I don't know why Kurt leaves his character like that. I'm not even sure where my Switch is. Shame on you, Steves. Shame indeed. You used to be in love with that Switch. It was passed down through generations of all the Steves before you. I'm a bad Switch owner. Do you think my Switch misses me? It probably did at first. All right, you ready, Kurt?
Yeah.
Bring us back in.
And welcome back to Nook's Tavern, the in-gaming studio podcast. Thank you for sticking around during the break. We now focus on community spotlight.
Now you have to edit that. Yeah. So
I'm not.
it's funny how the community spotlight works every week. I mean, some week we struggle to find things, other weeks it comes very easily. This is one of those of the latter where it was pretty easy to find things, especially because there's a lot of new things in Animal Crossing right now. So I've seen a couple of these pictures around, but people are setting up band scenes with their Snowbois.
I've not seen this yet, and I'm dying because this is awesome.
And my favorite thing is they're in different melting form, right?
Right.
But there's a bunch of these out here that people are doing, and I love them. I call them the Snowbois are back in town. Just
I was going to call them the Friezels.
just rocking and rolling. It's great, and I like to see people who do this. I mean, my Snowbois are nowhere near each other, right? It takes extra effort to roll them where you want them and set up these scenes ahead of time. I don't have time for that. But I love it so much.
Yeah, clearly if you're looking at this picture, clearly the dude who is mostly melting is Frosty McFly because he keeps going away while the song's going on.
Your kids are going to love that joke. All right. Next thing I brought to the table was somebody did a gingerbread Nook's Cranny house.
What?
So 'tis the season of building gingerbreads. I was hoping to see, and I'm sure we still have time to see, like the resident service building or the museum. But I mean, the Nook's Cranny is pretty much the most identifiable building in the game. I mean, they even talked about doing a Lego set of Nook's Cranny. So
yeah, and this particular one is as crooked as Nook is, so that's cool.
Hey, we don't know who or how young they were of the people that put this together, but
it was Isabel. It was an angry bake.
Got it. I enjoy it.
No, it's great. It looks awesome.
It's so
really
sweet,
does.
even though you're so salty.
That's true.
The next thing I brought was somebody set up a perfect Alice in Wonderland scene.
What?
Now, we had that person who did the Alice in Wonderland book collage as they were laying on the ground. But somebody has sat down and had a marvelous tea party with the Mad Hatter and friends. It is not somebody's unbirthday, as it seems. The Octavian is there with a cake in front of him, as Bones wears the top hat, and it's a lovely scene that really just resonated with me hard.
So a couple of things with this picture that I'm taking note of. One, the sugar cubes on the table with the milk off to the side
Yep.
is pretty awesome. Also, I don't know which villager that is, but wearing the balloon hat is pretty awesome. The one to the right of Octavian.
Yes. I'm
Yep.
trying to see what that is.
It's who it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Who's green like that?
It looks like a pig?
Maybe.
I don't know, but they seem to have a skullet.
They do.
Oh my god!
But-
look! There's a picture of the painting in the back right of Bob right behind the tree.
It's so creepy.
Oh, it's so perfect. I literally just noticed that now. Well done.
Maybe Bob is supposed to be the Cheshire Cat.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Oh, you nailed it. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
It's awesome, though. I mean, this whole thing, it's great. It's great.
So the next piece of artwork that I did bring harkens back to that original Alice in Wonderland post that we had a couple weeks ago, where somebody has set up a new Fairytale scene on their island, sitting on top of a chapter 1 of a Fairytale book. They have the pumpkin in the background. Everything is bright and pastel, butterflies, sparkles, glitter galore. It popped out to me. I'm pretty sure it's by the same person who did the Alice in Wonderland one, but it looks so nice and so much going on, kind of like that Alice in Wonderland that we had before.
I would even forgive the obvious Photoshop for the book for the title because it's a promotional thing for Game with Vivian.
Oh yeah,
and it's awesome. It looks great. It really does. The butterflies kind of match the other butterflies in the game. It's amazing. It really is. It's I think they called this fairy core, like cottage core with the other stuff. I think I've seen other pictures, and yeah, this is awesome. It nails it. They use the pumpkin coach, which again, awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very cool. And then my last piece of Reddit news that I brought was somebody has been playing Animal Crossing with their young kids, and since the entire family is obsessed with it, the parents decided to build a little Animal Crossing island in the kids' playroom. They built a Nook's Tavern and an Able Sisters buildings, and just have the television right in the centerpiece between the two buildings, and it just looks great. And I know if I built this for my kid, he would go bananas over it.
Best parents ever.
Yeah, hands down.
This is amazing. I mean, and here's the thing. I think that the Animal Crossing Christmas tree that they have off to the right might be their Christmas tree.
Those presents seem too real not to be.
Right. I mean, so yeah, there's like the bag of bells, but that might just be a gift bag. And the wrapped presents underneath. I mean, you can't do that to a kid, for one thing.
No, you're right.
Right? I mean, but this looks amazing.
Yeah, it really stood out about going above and beyond, and also laying down, the Christmas lights around everything, just kind of make it pop even a little bit more.
Dude. There's fishing poles and slingshots with snowballs or rocks. The slingshots on the left.
Yeah.
Those aren't supposed to be used? I think not.
what a heck of a job.
Oh my God.
So cool.
Yeah, so cool. Just awesome.
So-
Awesome job.
That's going to be in the show notes. If you have the time, just check it out real quick. And we'll end on a YouTube video that I found,
Ooh.
which is a little bit dated, but still fitting. This is a ska jazz cover of Toy Day, the Christmas Toy Day song. It's done by Ska Tune Networks. They got about 184K subscribers. This video, though, being 2 years old, only has about 5,700 views on it. But it's perfect, it's funky, it's done by, I think, just one dude on multi-instruments.
Okay.
And just flows really well.
Very cool. How many subscribers?
Oh, I said they had 184K.
I was still stuck on that picture.
No worries. So yeah, just a little Christmas Toy Day ska for you right before we go into the holiday break.
I dig it. That guy's awesome.
Yeah, really talented, really good. So
Very,
Kurt,
very cool. Yes. I think it's time to do our outro.
I think so. We've covered a lot today.
And Christmas is coming. Toy Day is almost upon us.
So let's talk about that real quick. We're going into Christmas next week. Christmas Eve would be our traditional recording night, and we're not going to do that.
Nope.
So we're going to try to fit it in earlier in the week. So it really comes down to scheduling, and we'll just have to play it by ear. But maybe you'll be getting the Nook's Tavern episode a little bit early.
It might be Tuesday.
It might be Tuesday. Anything else, Kurt?
I don't think so. Why don't you go ahead right into our outro?
Okay. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, and Twitch at Nook's Tavern. This episode of Nook's Tavern was brought to you by our executive producer, B-Mail. Want to support the show? Head on over to patreon.com/Nook's Tavern and support where you can. If you have a moment, head on over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review. It really helps the show grow. Thank you to Emily Swan for our album art and the wonderful weekly art she produces every week for our show. Support her over at patreon.com/A Swan Named Emily. If you have a story about your island you want to share, you can email the show over at nookstavern@gmail.com and join the wonderful community over in our Discord at tiny.cc/nookstavern. Kurt, where can people find you?
They can find me all over the internet, but I'm on Twitter at VO by Kurt. I'm on Twitch at Kurtstable. Every Monday and Thursday, I'm over on the FTH Beyond channel on Twitch. And right here on Thursdays, wow, I got a verklempt thing going on right now.
So
on Thursdays, I'm right here on Nook's Tavern. And my own podcast, Storytime with Kurt, will resume at some point once I actually find some time. Phil, where can they find you?
Imaginary Nomad. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram with a 1. We're doing a stumble through Hyrule as I go through the Ocarina of Time on my Twitch channel. That's either Monday or Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. I started building a hurdy-gurdy on stream on a show that I'm calling Bardic Inspiration. So check that out whenever I can. I don't know where I'm going to fit those in. But all my videos and streams get kicked right over to my YouTube. So just go to YouTube, type in Imaginary Nomad, and hit subscribe. And every time a video goes up, you'll be alerted when that happens. Botched. Almost Daily Discourse. And me here. Anything else, Kurt?
Well, Phil, we come into the Christmas season, and we've been doing this show for, 37 episodes, a little over a half a year. And I am very grateful for you, and it makes me very happy to do this show. In fact, what's really cool about it is, when we do the show together, it's like we can finish each other's
podcast. We'll see you next week, nerds.
See ya.
I think the Swan stream is still going live. Let's see.
Really? You gonna try to throw it to her?
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
it's
why not?
It's just us and email, but
I'm gonna hit stop
yeah, hit
on my
stop.
recording. Hey, look, we didn't have a whole lot of news. It looked like, but I thought it went well.
We went 46 minutes, Kurt.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I thought we filled pretty well, and this event is good. It's just a good event. So.
They're kicking butt over there on the Swan stream. Alright, guys, we're going to raid. So ready up. Raid them at you get them. If you don't already follow the Swan, just hit that follow button. She's doing a doodle time with her friends. I don't know. Check it out. It's going to be cool. We'll see ya.
Doodle, doodle, doodle.